Hey up everyone, Magpie Gaming here, I hope you're all doing well. So we've had the new bosses for the Lighthouse map revealed. Battlestate Games put them across all their social media yesterday, giving us an image to look out for the free bosses. And I'm going to take a deep dive into these images and see what kind of information we can glean from these, just so that we can try and understand a little bit better what we're going to be getting when we go up against these bosses. Little information has been given out by BSG regarding the background of them, or indeed any kind of information whatsoever. So we're just going to take a look at the images and see what we can try and deduce from those. So the first one that was revealed was this guy who is called Big Pipe, and he indeed does have a big pipe. It's a big noob tube. Lots of controversy about something like that coming to the game, and I'll talk about that in a little bit, but we're just going to go through what else he's got. He's got a pistol. It's an unknown pistol. I'm not sure what make it is. I'm sure that some gun aficionados out there will be able to work it out, though. If you can, let me know in the comment section down below. He's also carrying a radio. He smokes a pipe, which is quite eccentric. Could that be an in-game item that we might be able to collect if we kill him? That would be pretty cool. And he's also got a skull and crossbones bandana. That could be another in-game item, along with his custom gloves with the bone pattern on them. Maybe they're all collectible in-game items. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. So looking at the tattoos that he's got on his arm, on his left arm, or well, it's his right arm, but it's left to us. He has a tattoo. If you turn it the other way, you can't see the first letters of each word, but you can sort of make out that it says drink, fuck, and then kill. So yeah, I think this is probably the mantra by which he lives by. On the other arm, he's got a word that's, I think it says above, and then he's got the cross tattoo with the dog tags wrapped around it, which looks pretty cool. And he's stood next to one of the buildings in the water treatment area. So that's about it for him. We can't glean too much from it, but he does look pretty badass. The next one that was revealed was Knight. He's carrying a SCAR-L. He's got a pistol with an extended magazine. He's also got a radio as well. This one's got a long antenna on it. And he's got USEC and bear badges on one of his arms with dog tags wrapped around it, which I think looks pretty cool. And I think I saw somebody on social media say that would be great if we could do that in game. I don't know if that'd be something that PSG could put in the game, but it does look pretty cool on him. He's got the half skull mask with wires coming out which look like dreadlocks, which as soon as I saw it, it made me think of Predator. So he does have sort of like the sort of Predator look to him. Could that half skull mask be an in-game item that we could maybe get hold of if we kill him? I hope so. I think it looks pretty cool. And he again is stood in the water treatment area just near where the helicopter is, sort of like in the middle of the area. So yeah, not too much information to be taken from him, but yeah, he's carrying a SCAR-L. He's got the radio. They've both, Big Pipe and Knight, have a radio. So could it be that they're in communication with each other? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. And the next one was this guy with the slick hair who is called Bird Eye. He's carrying a RSAS and he's got another rifle. I'm not sure what the other rifle is, but it's got an MOE stock, so it maybe could be an M4 or an ADAR, something like that. He's got an axe. I can't see no pistol on him, so it looks like his secondary weapon, or melee weapon at least, is going to be an axe. His secondary weapon would obviously be the other rifle on his back. He too is also carrying a radio with a long antenna. He's got the skull face paint. Obviously that's not going to be something that you can take off him, but it does look pretty cool. And he's also got a skull tattoo on the back of his hand. The most interesting thing though is that he's wearing a bum bag. Now here in the UK that's what we call them. I know that you guys over in America call them fanny packs. So he's got a fanny pack on that has some pink glow sticks on it. He's got a pretty cool looking sweater as well. Can't really make out what kind of, is it a hoodie or a sweater? I can't really make it out, but it's sort of like blue and red striped. And he seems to be stood on the hills at the side of the water treatment plants. I think that's the hill where you can snipe down onto the roofs of those buildings around the water treatment plant. So yeah, all three guys look pretty good, pretty badass. They all seem to have sort of religious undertones with all the skulls and the crosses and things like that and the tattoos. So I think they're maybe all loosely affiliated with sort of the cultists, or the cult sort of, I don't know if you want to call it a religion, maybe, that sort of has undertones right across the Lighthouse map. And reading social media comments about these pictures when they were released yesterday, a lot of people were saying, you know what, this is making the game look stupid, it's just going down the road of other games where it's not really looking realistic, blah blah blah. I can understand that, I can get that, but I think these guys look really cool. I think they look really, really good, and I can't wait to have them in the game. Now, some of the things that we don't know is the frequency of which they will spawn, and also the places that they will spawn at. We do know that there is, for instance, a sniper at the lighthouse. Obviously, if you try to go to the lighthouse right now, you get sniped. So could that be where Bird Eye will predominantly spawn? I think the areas that they're shown in the pictures are probably just for background purposes and not the places where they will spawn. But it could be that these will be the general areas where they will spawn. We don't really know right now. As for the Noob Tube, there was a lot of controversial comments made about that. People not too happy with that coming into the game. Other people can't wait for it to come into the game. I can understand both sides of the argument, but what I will say about the Noob Tube is putting a weapon into a game like Escape from Tarkov would drastically change every single raid if it was a very, very available weapon. I don't think it will be. I think it's going to be one of two things. Either that weapon will be abundantly available, but the ammunition will be extremely rare, or that the gun itself just is very rare, and that the ammunition is probably rare too. So I think it could be that he maybe spawns with that just every now and again, and it's not a weapon that you can get hold of. Or maybe he's just going to be so hard to take on that maybe only the best of the best will be able to kill him and take that weapon. But I can see it being ultra rare and ultra limited. It's definitely not going to be something that's going to be, you know, really, really prevalent in the game. I just can't see that at all, because it would just change every single raid out there. Everybody would be running it, and it would destroy the overall sort of feeling of every raid. People could run around with that type of weapon. So I'm not worried about it coming to the game at all. It's like the underslung grenade launcher that we already have in the game. It's ultra rare. You very rarely ever see it. I think I've only died to one person that's used it, so you very rarely see it. And that is the new bosses for Lighthouse. When they will come to Lighthouse, we don't know. Will they come with the expansion? I would assume that at least one of them will, because I do know that the in-game trader is going to be coming with the Lighthouse expansion, and that will have a boss protecting him. Nikita did say in the recent podcast, I did a breakdown of that podcast, by the way. If I remember, I'll put a link up to that video so that you can check that out. He did say that Lighthouse was coming along nicely, but it's not ready just yet. So I don't think it'll be anytime soon when we see these guys, but it's good to get these images. I think these images look really good, really well done, and it gives us a good idea of what we're going to be going up against. So yeah, let me know in the comment section down below what you think about these guys. Do you think that maybe they look a bit over the top? Do you not agree with them coming into the game? Do you think the Noob Tube's a bit too much? Let me know your thoughts and opinions on it. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching and listening. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Stay safe, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.